Hi everyone, this is part 2 of my powerful breaths to change our state of mind, to gain more energy and clarity. And today I want to talk about a breath technique that was introduced to me through Kundalini Yoga. And this breath, bar none, has been the one that has been responsible for the greatest transformation in my life. And I say that because so many of us are really caught in our old emotional experience. And what that does is it just blocks our ability to be present and to respond to the present circumstances from a place of clarity and neutrality, because we're lugging around all this emotional experience from the past that hasn't been processed, that hasn't had an opportunity to move out and through us. And it's there, it's kind of lodged in our tissues, it's lodged in our energetic body, and it's affecting our physical body and our mental body. So this is where, in my understanding, this is where yoga gets really interesting, because when we start to access the breath, we have a direct connection to shifting our experience of ourselves as physical beings and shifting our experience of ourselves as energetic and mental beings. And I say all of that now because I'm talking about breath of fire, which is a form of Bhastrika or bellows breath. And what this does is it really, it awakens our energy. It enlivens our energy. It gives us a little, what we would call in yoga, Shakti, a little power. And that power is what all of us need to start to dissolve and move through this old emotional tonality that we are carrying around with us. So breath of fire, it's a technique that you can practice on its own, just doing the breath of fire, focusing at the navel point as you're doing it. You can add it into different postures, which will then start to move the energy into certain areas of the body. And it's actually a practice that can be done at any time of the day, because done correctly, it will actually have a neutralizing, it'll have an enlivening effect on your energy, but also neutralizing, as in it won't be overstimulating. It'll just make your energy more accessible, more present, like you will start to feel lighter and brighter. And so this is really, I find, the joy of doing breath of fire. I practice this every day before I do my meditation practice, again as a way to just enliven some of the dullness, the stagnant, the heavy, the tamasic quality of our energy, and begin to brighten and make my sensitivity more enlivened, more subtle, so I can start to experience myself not as just this dense physical body, not as just this kind of etheric mercurial mind, but as actually this energetic being that encompasses, yes, the physical, yes, the mental, but also it's expansive, it's light, it's bright. It's where we start to move to a more illuminated state of being. So to practice breath of fire, my favorite way is just to pant like a dog. So you take a hand to your belly and stick your tongue out a little bit and just start to pant like a dog. You want to feel the hand on your belly pulling in. So my hand is going with the belly. And just make sure that your navel is coming in and up. And then you close your mouth and you do the same thing. And it's like a bellows, because you are moving the diaphragm in and out. Most important tip I can say when you do breath of fire is to keep your attention really present. So stay focused at the navel or at the third eye area, so you don't kind of empower the crazy mind instead. But I encourage you to try this. Sit for 3 minutes in the morning before you begin your day. Do breath of fire, and Then sit for a couple of minutes afterwards and just be in that presence, or that feeling of lightness, of expansion. So thanks for joining me here today. Breath is one of my favorite topics, and it's so much one of my favorite topics that I created a 6-day immersion around learning all the different aspects of the breath from the yogic perspective, all the different ways to integrate those breaths into your life to create balance no matter what circumstance you find yourself in. So you can find out more about that on my website. Love and blessings to all.